KPM.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, that was nice. Oh, this was funny. Oh,
Shafika!
Shafika! Oh, teacher!
Hey.
Sorry, you
Hi.
took me aback just now.
You're miles away.
I am.
Where are you from?
My mind was drifting from that beautiful beach holiday I had last month, teacher.
Oh, I bet all of those pictures there are
yes.
from your holiday.
It was. These
would you
were...
mind if I have a look at some of
sure.
them?
Here you go.
Oh,
but,
yes.
Teacher, I
Lovely.
wish I had written some of my experience there in this because it was the best holiday ever.
Right.
So I wanted to write something in my diary. If
a diary?
I can, yeah.
Well, a diary is a good way to write your experience, but I think it's better if you write a blog post so that you can share your wonderful, amazing experience with your family, friends, and even your fans.
Oh, wow, a blog post.
Yes.
I never thought of that. But how do you write a blog post, teacher?
To find out, let's wait right after this.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. You're watching Didik TV KPM for our slot today, which is slot Menengah Rendah, and you're with me, Shafika Farahin, for the whole 1 hour of today. And I'm pretty sure you all are thinking, we want to know more about the sketch just now. But before that, let's first know our subject for today, which is Bahasa Inggeris for Form 2. And of course, as you can see just now, we have our teacher who is right here with me in the studio. Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hi, Shafika. I'm doing great. Thank you. What
You're
about
doing
you?
Great. I'm doing great. And for your information, teacher Halimatul Abdul Razak from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 Selangor. And for your information, teacher Halimatul is also known as teacher Ima or Miss Ima. Also with us in the studio is our sign language interpreter, who is teacher Muhammad Bukhari Cik Hassan from SK Pendidikan Khas Selangor from Shah Alam. All right. Hi, teacher. Welcome to the studio. All right. It's great to have all our teachers here. But before we start the lesson, let's have our pupils who will be joining us. Let's have them here in the screen. Hello, pupils. Now, Miss Ima, perhaps you can introduce our pupils today?
Yes, sure, of course. Definitely will. Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. These are my pupils from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1.
All right.
And on the top right corner, we have Ian. Hi, Ian. How are you doing?
Hi, Ian.
Ready to go? Yes, and right next to him, we have Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
And next, at the bottom, we have Sinlin. Hi, Sinlin.
Hello, Cindy.
Smile, Sinlin. You have a beautiful smile.
Oh,
there
yes,
you
she
go.
does.
And of course, we have Wilfreda with us today for our lesson on writing a blog post.
All right. So I'm guessing that's our topic for today, writing a blog post. That's
Yes.
why you were touching on that just in a while ago.
Exactly,
I
yes.
see. So what more do we have for today's class, teacher?
Okay, before we start writing, we need to get in the mood to write. And just now, you were looking at your photos and you were reminiscing, thinking about your experience, how you felt. And when we write, we want to share that experience with our readers. And just now you wanted to write your experience in a diary, which is all good, definitely. But you want to share that experience, and maybe you want to get some of your friends or family members to join you on your next trip. So that's why you can write something like a blog post.
I see.
Okay?
So a diary would be a bit more personal.
Yes, definitely. A diary is very personal unless you want to share your diary, which I don't
Which I don't think so.
No.
Okay, teacher. All right.
All right,
Let's
yes.
kick off today's
Yes,
class.
okay. To start today's lesson, let's look at our source, which is the Pulse textbook. And pupils, please get ready. You are going to look at page 82 of the Pulse textbook. Okay? All right. And this is what we are going to do today. You are going to look at expressing opinions and common feelings such as happiness, sadness, surprise, and interest. You might be wondering why you have the word sadness there in the learning outcome or the learning standards. It's because even though you are on a holiday, sometimes you do experience mishaps or experiences that's not really, positive.
Right.
So we need to learn how to use those kinds of words in our writing without making it sound too negative. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is our lesson objective. By the end of the lesson, the pupils are going to express their opinions, such as happiness, sadness, surprise, by writing at least 3 sentences about activities that they have done or places that they have visited.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so guys, this is your objective for the day. Okay.
All right, Miss Ima, I'm pretty sure that sort of gave some sort of energy for our pupils to be ready, and
Yes.
perhaps we have a bit of activity going on right now.
Yes, we do. All
Okay.
right. Let's start off by looking at some photos, and I want you guys at home and also my pupils to think of words or phrases that is evoked in you when you see the picture on screen. Okay? The words that I'm hoping you will be able to come up with are adjectives. Adjectives are words that we use to describe things, places, or people. And with this first picture, I'd like to ask Ian, if you don't mind, Ian,
All
can you
right.
see the picture there?
Yes, teacher.
Right, okay. Can you think of, on top of your head, a few words or phrases, in fact, if you can, adjectives to describe what you see or even how you feel when you saw this picture?
All right, Ian.
I saw like a sunny, very peaceful area of a rainforest. Yeah.
Good. Sunny, yes,
And
peaceful.
peaceful.
Right. Any words that can reflect how you feel when you look at this picture?
Seems like a very area where we could have an area to stress our mind. To calm down our mind.
Calm, yes.
Yeah.
It's very calming, isn't it? Yes. All right, well done. Thank you so much, Ian.
All
Let's
right.
move on
Welcome.
to the next picture. Okay, and
Okay.
this is for you, Amanda. All right. This is not from Google. This is my own collection, okay?
Ah, okay.
Right. Okay,
Beautiful.
so Amanda, your turn. Some adjectives from you.
Okay, so I think this picture is like a nice place to have a picnic or gather around with your family, because the atmosphere, it looks really nice with the trees and like the buildings everywhere. So yeah, I think it's a great family gathering place.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, the picture looks really nice. This is actually taken in Malacca.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
Wow, I
right.
would have never guessed because it looks so beautiful.
Amazing, isn't it? All right. Okay, thank you so much, Amanda. Well done. Let's move on to the next picture. And this one is for you, Sin Lin. All right, that's me. Underneath that, ignore myself over there. But let's focus on that handsome Gundam, my hero. Okay, Sin Lin, how do you feel when you look at this picture? Some words from you, some adjectives.
It looks so gigantic and enormous.
Okay. Gigantic, enormous, yes. And he looks heroic, doesn't he?
Yes.
I really feel like, come, take me and fly me away. Any other words from you, Simin, when you look at this? How do you feel?
Looks quite scary.
Quite scary. Yep. Yep, I agree with that. It can be a bit scary because you don't know if it's friendly or not, right? Okay. Well done. Thank you so much, Sinlin.
Okay.
All right, moving along. Next picture is for you, Frida. All right, look at that beautiful, gorgeous. If you can really zoom in, you can see myself and my friend. He was flying the drone actually. We're on those rocks.
I see.
Frida, few words from you, adjectives to describe your feelings and what you see.
When I saw this picture, it was very breathtaking, and it was a beautiful view.
Breathtaking, beautiful, wonderful words from you, BB. Yes. Finally, the last one.
Right.
That's for you, Shafiqa.
Oh, it's for me. Okay. Well, from what I can see, I'm guessing that's you too.
Yes.
Okay. It's quite panoramic because it has the view. It has the view of the city and also the trees, and it's adventurous, I guess.
Yes.
Exciting.
Exciting, adventurous. Do you feel like you want to join me on a hike soon
Of
when
course.
you look at this picture?
I feel like I want to join you all the way.
Wonderful.
All right,
Thank
Miss
you very
Ima.
much, everybody. You guys did really well. We
Yep.
had some really good words from you. And we're going to move on with our lesson on how to use these words and phrases when we write our own blog post, because the reason of writing a blog post is to attract our readers' attention.
All right, Miss Ima. But before that, of course, we'll take a short break first, and we'll be right back here on Didik TV KPM. You're back here on Didik TV KPM, and today for slot Menengah Rendah, our subject is Bahasa Inggeris, and for our topic today, it's writing a blog. But for this segment, our topic is reading a holiday blog. Wow, sounds very interesting, Miss Ima.
Oh yes, of course.
What
I
about
love reading holiday blogs because when I read it, I feel as though I'm also experiencing whatever events that the person who's sharing their blog with has experienced. So that's why I love reading about holiday blogs, looking at their pictures, etc.
So writing a blog has that impact where you can actually feel that you're in that current state. So you have to give that kind of impact, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, teacher, let's proceed with our lesson.
Okay, moving on to our first activity of the day. We are going to read a sample blog post that's on your book in page 82. Okay, and the reason why we're going to read the blog post first is for you at home to understand and see how a short piece of writing can be exciting as we read. And you guys are also going to listen to the audio. I want you all to focus on the style of writing. Look at the sentences itself, the sentence structure, and also how it's being written. Okay? All right, are we ready to read the blog?
Pupils, are you ready? Please give a thumbs up if you are. Let's see your readiness. Okay, great. All right, Miss Ima, let's proceed.
Okay, let's read, everyone.
Unit 7. Writing. A blog post. Exercise 1.
My blog, posted on the 8th of July at 10:14 a.m. Seeing the sights in London. This is the second day of my holiday in London. I've never been here before, so I'm really excited. Yesterday, we went to Buckingham Palace, but we didn't see the Queen. We also went to the London Eye. It was fun, but Mum thought it was a bit scary. Today, we're shopping in Harrods, the biggest shop in the world. We came here by tube. but we got a bit lost. The London Underground is really busy, and there are a lot of stations. We've still got lots of things to do. We haven't been to Madame Tussauds or the Natural History Museum yet. I hope we'll have time to go there tomorrow, because it's our last day.
All right.
All right. Okay, that's quite a short, sweet, but condensed blog post. How did you feel after you read it and listened to it?
I felt there was a lot of information that she gave, but I also felt how excited and also a bit of sadness that she had because she didn't have time for a few places.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's all because of the words that she used, and even the punctuation plays an important part in writing a blog post or any kind of writing to express your feelings. For example, she used a lot of exclamation mark, punctuation marks to be exact. So when you want to show excitement or shock, we usually use punctuation marks like that. Okay, so that's why even though it's a short post, a blog post, but you feel her excitement. And as you said just now, she was a little bit disappointed because she's unsure if she can do all of the things that she wanted to do because it's so very exciting.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Right, let's move on to the next activity then. Okay, this is where you guys at home are going to show off your skills. Okay, everybody, have a look at the question 1, activity 1. Okay, you've read it, you've listened to it. Now, I want responses for questions 1 and 2. What has the writer already done? And what has she not done yet? Okay?
Okay.
You can always read the blog post again to get your answers. But I'm pretty sure as you were reading it just now and listening to it, you have already made notes about it.
Right.
All right.
So they're gonna
Yes,
have,
I think my pupils are ready at home to respond.
Okay, who is ready? You can raise your hand up. Who is ready there? Who wants to be the first one to
Who wants to be
lead
the first one?
example?
Come on, yay! Thanks,
okay.
Amanda.
Amanda, go.
Alright, so the writer has already went to Buckingham Palace, the London Eye and Harrods. She also went to the London Underground and sat on a tube.
Okay, all right, great. That's for question 1. What about question 2? Anybody?
All right, who is that? Ian.
It said that the writer haven't been to Madame Tussauds or the Natural History Museum yet.
All right. Yes, that's correct. Okay. She is planning to go to Madame Tussauds and the Natural Museum. Okay.
All right. For those answers from Ian and Amanda, Miss Ima, would you like to kind of reward them?
Oh yes, of course. They both get 3 stars each.
Okay, good job. 3 stars. All
Ding,
right.
ding, ding. Yes, they collect these stars and they can redeem these stars at the end of the year for some goodies.
Ah, cool. Okay, remember that. All right, Miss Ima, let's proceed.
All right. Just before we move on to the second activity,
All right.
I just want to add on a little bit to the answers to part 1. She has been to the Buckingham Palace and her mother and her traveled using, she mentioned 2 names. Can you remember? The
For
2 names?
question 1, she said Buckingham Palace and also London Eye.
London Eye. But how did she get there?
I think it was kind of like how the sentence was constructed, or am I
Okay, if
wrong?
we look at the blog post again, all right. We came here by tube, but we got a bit lost. The London Underground is really busy and there are a lot of stations. So that's a way to tell us readers how her mother and her went around London, going to Buckingham Palace and going to the London Eye. Because of the sentence, we came here by tube. Just like when you want to come to school. How do you come to school? Oh, I come to school by
bus.
By bus. Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Wonderful. Right, let's move on to the second activity. All right. Look at the sentences from the blog post. Okay, I want you guys to look at the blog post again. And look at the words that are highlighted in blue. Okay, some examples are given to you there. Mum thought it was a bit scary. The London Underground is really busy. All right. Now try and guess the meaning of the words in blue or a phrase. In fact, a bit is actually a phrase because it's a combination of more than two words.
I see.
Okay, guys, have a think about it. What's the meaning of really? What does really give you the idea when you use the word really? Are you trying to emphasize something? Or what about a bit? Okay? Just helping them out to think.
All right. Who is ready to show their answer or read out their answer? Perhaps raise your hand again.
Anyone at home?
Or do you need a bit of time? Oh, okay. I see someone's ready there.
Frida, yay!
A bit means a little.
All right. What about really?
Really means very.
Very, yes. Correct. Great. Wonderful.
All right.
These are awesome pupils that I have, Shafika.
Isma, just a quick question. For the answers for this, it's fine if you use synonyms for them. Is it? I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was thinking about that. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's move on
And
to the
the
next
focus of using the words really and the phrase a bit is to show our feelings, whether we are really or very excited about it, or we are a bit or just a little excited about it. Remember, if you look at the blog post, the girl who wrote the blog post said that Mum was a bit scared. It was a bit scary when they were on the London Eye.
Right.
So it means that her mum was scared, but not that scared. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
For that answer from Frida, perhaps you can give a bit of a reward for her as well?
Oh, yes, of
Does she
course.
get, how
Frida
many?
also gets 3 stars.
3 stars. Congratulations. Okay.
Okay, moving
right.
along now to our last activity for this segment. Let's look at the writing focus because the whole idea of our lesson is to get you guys to write a blog post. Okay? So this is the writing focus. All right? We are going to focus on using really and a bit. Okay? And as what Freda responded just now, really means the same as very when you want to emphasize about an experience. And a bit means a little. You are also emphasizing, but it's reduced. I'm a little hungry. I'm really hungry. So if you guys can understand the message I'm trying to give, which is actually we are looking at expressing the opposite of a situation. I'm really sad. I'm a little sad. Okay? So same feelings, but the intensity of the feeling is different based on the word that you used, which is really or
a bit.
A bit. That's correct.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. I think a lot of pupils at home have taken a bit of what Miss Ima taught us for this segment, but we'll have more after this, so don't go away. We'll be right back here on Didik TV KPM. Hi friends, welcome back to Didik TV KPM. We're still here with our slot Menengah Rendah, and today we are learning Bahasa Inggeris with Miss Ima. Not to forget our sign language interpreter still with us, Teacher Bukhari. Okay, Teacher Ima, for this segment, I'm wondering what activity are we doing?
Okay, hi Shafika again. All right, as we know, and as I have mentioned in the beginning, we are going to write a blog post.
Right.
Okay, and my pupils and all the pupils out there are going to try and write their own blog post based on any events that they have experienced which they want to share with their friends or family, or even you write something, it's more for yourself, isn't it? Like you mentioned just now, you wanted to write your experience in a diary because you want to remember and recall whenever you wish to look at the pictures, look at your writing, all right?
Right.
But in order to write, you need to know how to write and what to write. So in this particular segment, we are going to look at constructing sentences using the word really and the phrase a bit, because we want to try and get those words in when we write our blog at the end of the lesson. Okay?
All right.
Right. So let's move on, everybody at home. My pupils, are you guys ready?
Are you guys ready? Okay.
Yeah, good thumbs ups from everyone.
Great.
Okay, let's look at your textbook on page 82, activity 4. We are going to, or you are going to rewrite the sentences using a bit and use the words that are given in the brackets. There's one example given to you. Have a look at it in your textbook, everybody.
All right.
The buses weren't very fast, and you have to use the word slow in your sentence.
They have to switch.
Yes, you're going to rewrite the sentence without changing the meaning, using a bit. Okay, so the example is already given there. The buses were a bit slow. So as you can see, we added on the phrase a bit and changed the words very fast to the word slow. Meaning is still the same, and even the grammar is still the same. It's still written in the past tense. It's just that we've added, or we replaced the word very fast with slow and used the phrase a bit. Because we cannot use the phrase a bit with the word fast. Does it make sense if I say the buses were a bit fast?
I don't think so. It doesn't go.
Yes, it doesn't. That's correct, Amanda. You are shaking your head. Yeah, because it doesn't match to the meaning, to the sentence, the original sentence that's given. Okay? All right. Any questions from anyone? Because if there aren't, that means you guys have understood my explanation and are ready to try to rewrite the 4 sentences that are in the textbook. Let's do the 4 first.
Okay.
And let's see how you guys progress, because I have an bonus extra 3 sentences for you all to rewrite if you are able to complete and get all the 4 sentences correct.
That sounds very tempting. Also, at the same, in the meantime, let's have our pupils at home join together this activity so they can learn together. All right. So get your pens and papers out, and we'll write the sentence. We'll rewrite the sentence together.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Ima?
Look at the first sentence. The museum wasn't very interesting, and you have to use the word boring to replace very interesting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. And for sentence 2, it isn't very warm today, and you have to use the word cold. And for sentence 3, you have to replace very friendly with unfriendly. And for sentence 4, expensive will replace the word. Which word do you think, Shafika?
Expensive will replace the word cheap.
Very good. Okay. All right. I think
our pupils, are they ready?
I don't know. I think they look. Oh yes,
they are.
They are nodding their heads.
They have been waiting for us.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any volunteers to respond?
Yes, the first volunteer.
Yay! Thank you, Sinlin. All right. What's your sentence for number 1?
The museum was a bit boring.
The museum was a bit boring. What do you think, Shafiqah? Do you think she got it right?
I think she got it spot on.
Yes, she did. Wonderful. 3 stars for you, Celine.
Okay, 3 stars.
Okay, right.
Good
What
job.
about the second sentence? Any volunteers from anyone? All right, thank you so much. Come, Frida.
It is a bit cold today.
It is a bit cold today. Well done. You got that very right. To be honest, sentence 2 is not really an easy sentence to rewrite because the actual sentence is written in the negative, which means you have to rewrite in the positive using a bit because you're using the word cold.
Right.
Okay, well done. Good job, Frida. I'll give you 4 stars for that because it was quite a difficult sentence to
Wow,
rewrite.
the first 4 stars.
Okay.
Congratulations. Okay.
Okay, sentence 3. Next volunteer. Celine again. Yay! She's catching up because she wants her stars.
Yes.
Come on, Celine.
The people were a bit unfriendly.
Wonderful! Yay! 3 stars for you. That's correct. The
Okay.
people were a bit unfriendly. Okay. All right. And the
Alright.
last one, who's going to take up my last 3 stars? Amanda got her hands up first. All right, Amanda.
The meal was a bit expensive.
Yes, that's correct. Wonderful job. Awesome, everybody. The meal was a bit expensive.
So that means for the 4th sentence here, is it similar to the second sentence, would you say, Miss Emma?
Yes, that's correct. Spot on. 10 stars for you, darling.
Oh,
Because
wow.
you were able to spot the fact that sentence 4 was also or is also written in the negative.
All
Okay,
right,
you
so-
contract was and not, and it becomes wasn't. You can write
okay.
was not. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we are writing a blog post, which is a personal kind of writing, usually we contract to
Right.
show informal language.
a more communicative
isn't,
form.
Aren't. Okay, so you contract are and not, and it becomes aren't. Okay.
Okay.
Or if you contract was and not, it becomes wasn't.
All right.
Okay, I think since everyone is so super awesome, we have time to try the 3 bonus sentences
Okay.
for you guys to try and rewrite. Okay, these sentences are not in the textbook. Okay, so you guys at home, my pupils, and also all the pupils at home who are watching, have a look at the 3 sentences A, B, and C that is on your screen.
They can
guys?
also write this down
Right.
because this is not in the textbook.
Yeah, it's not in the textbook. Okay.
Okay.
So, guys at home, my pupils at home, have a look at the sentences and try to rewrite them using a bit with the words in the brackets.
Okay.
The first sentence, difficult. Second sentence, dim. The third sentence, unfocused.
There.
Okay.
I think Miss Ima has made it a bit easier by giving the words in brackets. So pupils online, can I have a show of hand if you're ready to answer this? Perhaps we can hear from Ian this time. Ian, are you ready or someone else wants to go first?
Okay, Freda again.
Okay.
Why are you shaking your head? Come on. Okay, come Freda. Sentence number 1. Let's try.
Traveling overseas can be a bit difficult if we are not well prepared.
Super. Yes, traveling overseas can be a bit difficult. If we are not well prepared.
Okay.
So if you look at the sentences in the textbook, the pattern is the same. They only replace the word in the brackets to the last 2 sentences.
Right.
But the ones that I have prepared is a little bit challenging.
Yes,
Okay?
you need to identify which words to replace.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, wonderful. All right, anyone wants to try sentence B? The sun is not shining brightly today. Anybody?
Okay, Ian raised his hand just now.
Oh, okay, yes, Ian. He wants to redeem himself. Wonderful.
The answer is the sun is shining dimly today.
Dimly. Okay, your sentence is correct, Ian, but you need to use the phrase a bit.
Okay.
And you cannot change the form of the word dimly. I mean, that was superbly done. Dimly means it's not really bright.
Right.
But in this activity, he needs to use the phrase a bit
Okay.
and the word dim.
Would you like to try again, Ian?
The sun is
A bit.
the sun is a bit dim today.
Yes, he got it finally.
Great
Woohoo!
job.
Great job. Yes.
Okay, how many stars for Ian and Freda just now?
Oh, well, Freda, of course, 3 stars. Okay. But for Ian, because he needed a little bit of my help, 2 stars. I think he
Okay.
already has a lot of stars, so 1 star less won't be a problem.
All
okay?
right.
All right. Okay. Right. Let's try this again later. We'll
Okay.
check the answers again later
All right.
with me at school, because let's move on to our next part, which is rewriting sentences using really this time. Okay, and just to recall, you use really to show or to emphasize that you are enthusiastic about something. Okay, all right, everybody, look at task 5 in your textbook. Rewrite the sentences using really. This one is quite easy, in my opinion. Okay, it's quite easy. There are 5 sentences there. Maybe you can try and do the 5th sentence, Shafika.
Oh, for me.
All right. Okay.
okay.
The rest of you guys, very easy. You just add on the word really, because you don't need to replace any words at all, like the phrase a bit just now. So this one we can just
Yes.
whiz through it.
It's
Okay.
just inserting one word and
Yes,
not
but
changing anything.
you need to know where to insert it.
Yes.
And I'll give you a hint. You can put the word really before an adjective. Okay? As you can see in example given in the textbook, it was hot on the train. So hot is an adjective to describe the atmosphere or the weather of the day. So you just put or insert the word really after the word hot, the adjective hot. Okay?
Okay.
Very
So-
easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, you know it too.
All right, let's
Okay.
hear from our pupils. Let's have the first volunteer, please. Raise your hand up.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Shailene, yay. She's catching up, picking up her stars. Great. Sentence 1, Shailene, come.
We had a really great time.
Yes, wonderful.
Okay.
Correct. What about sentence 2?
Sentence 2 next.
Amanda, yay. Come on, darling.
I was really tired after the journey.
The journey to ... I want you guys to think of a place, because that's part of our next lesson.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's move on.
The third one.
Third sentence. All right, third sentence. Yes, Sinlin?
Sinlin.
I think Berlin is a really amazing city.
Yes, wonderful. Very easy. What about sentence number 4?
Okay.
Come, Frida.
There was a really long queue for the museum.
Correct. And the last one. Come,
And the
Shafika.
last one, I'll do this really quick. It's a really big shop.
Yes, wonderful.
right.
Okay, very easy activities. And I have 3 extra sentences, but I'm going to assign that as homework for you guys later.
Okay, please take that home.
Right.
Alright.
Okay, now let's move on to the last part of our segment today, which is looking at the writing task.
Okay.
Okay, this is your homework, but I'm going to help you guys with it. We have looked at how to write sentences using really and a bit, and now let's look at our writing task. You are going to write a blog post, and before writing, we must always plan. Okay, and if you look at the instructions in your textbook, you are going to make notes about where you are, how you feel, what you've already done, what you're doing now, and what you haven't done yet. And if you can recall the blog post sample that we read just now, all of those 4 bullets are already there. Okay? Now, your task is to write 2 short paragraphs to complete your blog post. Now, I want you guys at home, okay, my pupils and also pupils at home, to make your notes first before you start writing your blog. It's always good to have a plan. Okay, first, what was the first ingredient in our blog post?
The first ingredient was adjectives.
Okay, you
Or
need to have
feelings.
adjectives, okay? All right, and feelings. And you have to include that according to the 4 bullet points, right?
Okay.
You need to say where you are. And the next one is
How you feel.
How you feel.
The second one is what you've already done.
Okay. What about the next one?
Next one is what you're doing now. And the last one is what you haven't done yet.
Okay.
Okay, so in the meantime, from these points, Miss Ima, I'm guessing we have to write 2 short paragraphs based
Yes.
on your notes.
So, how do you expand your notes based on the information that you need to have? Okay, these are instructions that you need to follow. So, where? Think of a location. All right. For me, I want to go. I am in Rio de Janeiro.
Wow, nice place there.
How do I feel? I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Think of many words, adjective words to describe your feelings, what you've done. So think of activities that you have already done. So I've been to the beach, for example. Okay.
Alright.
I had lunch. I went to the museum. Any ideas that you can think of. And what you're doing now, as you're currently writing your blog post, what are you doing? Maybe you're preparing to go to the museum. All right? And the last one, what you haven't done yet. So what you haven't done yet means things or places that you want to go and visit that you haven't done. So maybe I want to go to the mountain. Okay? All right? So these are just some ideas or some ways to help you all come up with ideas to write. Maybe you've never been to that place, but you can imagine yourself being there. I've never been to Rio. I've always wanted to. So I just imagine it.
Okay, Miss Ima, why not, right? We have all these points and then you just have to follow these points to write your blog. All right, we're going for a short break now and let's go back to Tajuk TV after this. Back here with us on Tajuk TV KPM with me, Kak Syafiqah, and today we are learning Bahasa Inggeris. For this segment, I'm sure pupils have learned the requirements or the key points in writing a blog. So right now, Miss Ima, do we get to finally write?
Yes, of course. You guys are going to start writing your blog, and I have here a sample blog post, Ima's blog post.
All right, yours.
And I wrote this based on the notes that we made together at the end of the third section or segment. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly read the blog post. I still can't believe that I'm actually in amazing Rio de Janeiro. I'm really thrilled and delighted that I'm here for a holiday. Yesterday's visit to the museum was really exciting as I learned more about Brazil and its culture. My first ever Brazilian lunch at the hotel was a bit of a letdown. Maybe I'm not used to the food yet. My cousin is going to take me to lunch today at a popular hangout. I'm a bit unsure, but am looking forward to it. Hopefully, I will have a better lunch experience later. It's still early in the morning and I am preparing to go to the beach for my next activity. I shall be walking along the Copacabana, Ipanema and Leblon beach. If I find a gorgeous spot, I'll probably stop and spend some time there. There are so many things to do here. I am a bit overcome with excitement because I want to experience everything, but I don't know if I have the time for it. I will definitely go to Sugarloaf Mountain tomorrow. That's a place that I have really wanted to visit all my life. Can't wait for tomorrow. Okay, right. I have highlighted a few words in the sample block. Okay, the ones in blue are words to express my feelings. Thrilled, delighted, a letdown. A letdown is not really a positive word. Okay, but that's why I use the word a bit of a letdown, meaning I didn't really enjoy the lunch. And I even put it in my blog, maybe I am not used to the food yet. Okay? All right, and then you have some more words, unsure, looking forward to. These are expressions, phrases, overcome with excitement. Okay, that might be a big or a new phrase to some of you, but I want you all to know that expressing feelings can be in many ways, and you don't need to just use one single adjective to express your feelings. Okay,
all right.
And other words in green. What I have done, okay, a visit to the museum, having my first ever Brazilian lunch, okay, so I'm fulfilling all the requirement in the question of the writing task, all right?
Okay.
So now moving on to what I'm doing now. I'm preparing to go to the beach, all right, the ones in orange. I shall be. You use modals to show, to let people know things that you want to do but you haven't done yet. I shall be walking along Copacabana, Ipanema and Leblon Beach. So these are places or things that I'm preparing to do. And the last bullet point in the question of the writing task, what you haven't done yet. So, which one do you think if you look at my blog, Shafiqah?
I think because you were planning to go to Sugarloaf Mountain tomorrow. So you haven't done it yet?
Yes, I haven't done it yet. So, I've highlighted that in purple. Okay?
Right.
So, this is a sample blog to help you guys write your own personal blog. And as I have mentioned just now, feel free to express yourself. Just think about where do you really want to go. Or if it's easier for you, think of a place, okay, or an experience that you have gone through to write your blog post, okay? You can get a lot of resources. Everything is at the fingertips nowadays.
Right, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay?
Ms. Ima, let's have a bit of a conclusion of
yes, of course. Thank you
learned.
so much, Shafiqah, for reminding me about that. We are at the end of our lesson now, pupils. So let's close our lesson with a 3-2-1 pyramid closure. And I think Ian is prepared to give us his response.
All
3 new
right.
words that you have learned today. 2 phrases or sentences to express how you feel about the lesson. And 1 feeling about the lesson. Let's go, Ian.
Okay, take the floor.
Okay, my 3 words are cube, dim, and sugarloaf.
Right.
And the 2 things that I learned today was to use the phrases a bit and really. And what I felt about this lesson was it's a really fun experience to have for this work.
All right, wonderful. So you are ready and raring to go to write your blog post? Yes, okay.
He looks
Thank you so
very
much,
ready.
Ian. That was wonderful. 5 stars for you.
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Talking about stars, Ms. Ima, perhaps we can give an overall mark for all of the pupils' performance today.
Of course, definitely. As usual, my pupils are very active, proactive, and sometimes they even surprise and amaze me with their responses. For today, I'm giving every one and each of them 10 extra stars each.
Wow,
Woohoo!
10 stars. All right, great. Congratulations, everyone. Now, quickly, for pupils watching at home, Miss Ima, perhaps where can they get resources to do extra activities or
Extra activities
Yes.
or resources? Definitely at Sumbaku.
All right, as shown on screen right now. Okay, Ms. Ima, thank you for being with us here today and sharing your knowledge and also all the activities you've done with us. I'm pretty sure pupils have learned a lot and have taken home a lot as well. And for those online, thank you for joining us and sharing your answers. For our sign language interpreter, teacher Bukhari, thank you for being with us as well. Thank you for watching. Till we meet again, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.